always comes in with a bunch of McDonald's All-Americans. Is there anything that makes this group more unique than maybe what they've had in years past?
Well, I think you're right. They always come in with high caliber freshmen and talented players. Sometimes in the past they've had guys that are very talented, juniors and seniors, and maybe sometimes sophomores. They are equally as talented, with one exception. I think they have a player now that's probably the most phenomenal talent that's been in the ACC since Michael Jordan, and I think he brings a different dynamics to their team in Zion Williams, and especially as a freshman. But they are the typical well-coached, organized program that they've been over the years, and they've one of the flagship programs in our league. I think obviously Duke and Carolina have been the flagship programs, but now it's Virginia and Duke. They kind of have separated themselves a little bit. Carolina's pretty close, but from the pack, and you have to respect that. But the game of basketball is interesting because sometimes the team with the most talent don't always necessarily have to win. So we intend on going out and representing ourselves, but there's no doubt about this. This is why they rank #1 in the country, and they've earned that position and they deserve it.
Is this the ultimate example of needing to focus on exactly what you need to do and taking it one game at a time, or do you like guys maybe getting a little excited about having the opportunity against the #1 team?
Well, once again, I keep trying to develop as a coach. You want to get excited about who you are, and in the ACC, if you allow yourself to get exceptionally more excited for one team than another, something bad gonna happen. Now, we like, as a team, we want to develop the focus that we represent ourselves every time out. Now, there's no question when the #1 ranked team in the country comes in your place. That does create a lot of excitement from your fans and from the media and the people who want to come see college basketball. But realistically, we have to be ready every night and every time we play. But Duke has earned the right to be everybody's homecoming.
You've coached a while, saying that Zion's the second best player that you think in the ACC aside from Michael Jordan. I mean, what is it specifically about him that's, one, so daunting to defend, and two, just so impressive?
Well, every once in a while you have a decade or two where you have a very special, unique talent, and you respect that. I mean, he's an unbelievable athlete who has a tremendous passion. He's very talented, and he's at the #3 winningest program in the history of college basketball, Duke. So, you know, that's a tough combination. But when you look back through the ACC, there have been a lot of teams with a lot of talent, and he represents the traditional outstanding players that have always been in the ACC.
Coach, are you worried about these young guys tomorrow, kind of what to expect? Sold-out crowd, it's going to be loud in here. Are you excited to see how they respond to the big game?
Well, most teams in the ACC have sellout crowds all the time. And so we either going to play at home with sellout crowds or we're going to play on the road with sellout crowds. That's the nature of the ACC. So I don't think that's a factor. The bottom line is we have to worry about those things we can control, how we play, how we represent. This is a very good team coming in, and we just got to be at our very, very best. But you have to do that way, regardless of who you're playing, with the exception of the fact that this is the #1 team in the country.
Coach, I know it's more like a philosophical question, but how do you sort of walk that line between showing the great respect for Duke and who they are, but also not, I don't show them too much respect or having any sort of apprehension about playing?
Well, that's a media deal. You guys talk about that. Our kids play against. They grow up in high school playing against good competition. They go, hey, AAU ball, they play against competition. And in the ACC, you know, we play against good teams every day. I mean, so you become accustomed to that. And when you are a competitor, you realize that you can't get caught up in the hype. You have to just go out and be who you are and give it the very best you have, regardless of who you're playing. But that's the nature in the ACC. You're conditioned that in the ACC, it's a dogfight every time you show up. And this is the ultimate because it's the #1 ranked team in the country. But if the next time we play an ACC game, if you don't have that same mental frame of mind where you at your best, then something bad could happen.
Is your length and your bench and the win by committee approach, is this sort of the best example of how that can be successful at the highest level of this game?
Well, that's who we are, so it doesn't really matter. You know, that's how we play. That's our philosophy. And whether we're playing 6 kids or 12 guys, that's who we are because that's the way this team is built. Would I like to have a team of McDonald All-Americans, well, maybe I can just play 5 or 6. Maybe I would. But that's not who we are. You know, we have a system that works for us, and hopefully that'll be enough for us to win the game.
Thank you, Coach.